Put writing notebook, put 5 paragraph essay, please.
What?
5-paragraph essay. Spring concept. Go.
Okay, guys. This is 5-paragraph essay. I already told you we were gonna write, and you picked your topics. So I know you guys have written one before. This is just a refresher. Take some notes down, okay, so that you can remember how to write this, because you're gonna have to work on it this long week. No. It's due on the 20. What day is it due?
The 23rd.
Due on the 23rd. But I want your drafts next week, okay?
What day? 23rd on Monday.
Huh?
Yeah, 23rd on Monday.
It's next. 23rd is Monday. Next week.
Wait, but we're not here on Monday.
No, not
Like,
two
we're
Mondays.
not
Guys,
Mondays.
2
Oh,
Mondays.
okay.
I'll say it once. Next week, on Monday we're off, right?
Yeah,
Your essay is due the next week on Monday, okay?
But we're in 2 weeks.
I'm supposed to write a 5-paragraph essay. How do I do it? From Stephen. You're in luck. Well, I guess we're in luck. The 5-paragraph essay has a really specific format that you want to follow. Right, you have to have a topic before you start. The topic might be assigned by your teacher, or you might get to choose it. My essay is on Of Mice and Men, the book by John Steinbeck. Yeah, Moby really liked it. Yeah, it was a really good story. Anyway, the first paragraph in a 5-paragraph essay is called the introductory paragraph. This paragraph tells the reader what the essay is going to be about. It's where you grab the reader's interest, so it's really important that you make it strong and concise. Your introduction needs to include a thesis statement. This is your opinion about what you're writing. My thesis statement is, loneliness is a central theme throughout John Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men. Right, it's simple, direct, and you know immediately what my essay will be about. After the thesis statement, you want to cite 3 examples or subtopics that support your thesis. One of my examples would be that at the end of the story, George is ultimately forced to take an action that leaves him all alone. Okay, then I gotta come up with 2 more points to prove what I was going to say in my essay, and my intro paragraph is done. That's true. Your intro paragraph is sort of a mini outline for your essay. In paragraphs 2, 3, and 4, you expand on those 3 subtopics that you identified in the intro paragraph. Each paragraph should have a topic sentence that restates one of the 3 supporting ideas presented in the first paragraph. At the end of the story, George is ultimately forced to take an action that leaves him alone. That topic sentence needs support. You need to explain how that example relates to your thesis. George ends Lenny's life because he realizes that Lenny will most likely be killed. George is backed into a corner. He is forced to do something he does not want to do. When George shoots Lenny, he loses his constant friend and companion. Hey, that's pretty good. My next 2 paragraphs will be like that one, taking a point from my intro and expanding on it to prove my thesis. The 5th paragraph of your essay is the conclusion. In the conclusion, you want to restate the thesis and the 3 supporting ideas in a powerful way that ties everything together. It's a lot like the intro paragraph, except it should be stronger, because now you've presented 3 paragraphs of evidence for your thesis claim. I might start by adding emphasis with something like, it is clear that loneliness is a central theme throughout John Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men. Remember to use a transition phrase between one paragraph and the next so that they're linked up. Oh, you wrote your own essay. Can I read it?
Okay. Summer, tell me something about the intro paragraph.
It's like a mini outline.
It's like a mini outline, right? You talk about, in your intro, you talk about what you're going to talk about in the rest of your essay. Okay? Anybody else have anything for the intro? Caleb?
Oh yeah, you have a thesis statement, and then you have like maybe a sentence for each of the 3 topics.
Right. Talk about, state your thesis, and then give your 3 details about what you're going to talk about later. Adrian?
Actually, good.
Yeah?
They didn't mention in my sentence. If you have to do the body paragraphs in order of when you listed the things in the introduction.
You don't have to, but that would make sense because it would be more organized that way. It's easier for the reader to follow if you don't jump around too much. See what I'm saying? It's easier for you, it's easier for the reader to keep it in order. Okay? This is a 5-paragraph essay is a very organized piece of writing. What about the body? What goes in the body, Jared?
Well, you have 3 subtopics and you have to kind of make more on those.
More details about those, right? Good, so you take your 3 topics that you're gonna discuss and you write about those and you give more details, okay? Do you remember the 3 things I told you to discuss in your essay? I gave you those.
Yeah.
What were those? Caleb.
There are the traits of the
Alan, put that away.
traits of the character that you picked. In order what your animal represents, allegorically, and how do they fit into the oral story, and in what ways does propaganda affect the thoughts and what actions of your character.
Good, Charles. So this is your assignment sheet, and you have 3 questions that you have to answer. So those are going to be the body of your paragraph. Okay? Cynthia? Just follow this sheet. It's sort of a character, it is a character analysis, but we have specific questions that we want to answer. Okay, are you guys good with that? You understand what I'm asking? How about the conclusion? Caitlin, tell me something about the conclusion.
It wraps up everything that you've been talking about explaining.
Okay, it wraps up everything that you've been talking about, okay? You need to make your point again. Any questions about this?
Do we have to do the questions in that order?
No, you do not have to answer the questions in that order, but those questions, when I read your essay, I should be able to find the answers to those questions in your essay, okay? And it shouldn't be cryptic, it shouldn't be something I have to work to figure out, yeah?
So just like maybe, yeah, so we don't have to say the first paragraph will be the traits of the character, that you wouldn't have that included.
You don't have to explicitly say the first paragraph will be about, right? Let's say I'm writing about Old Major. I can say, Old Major was a great leader, he had great ideas, and he was very admired by the other animals. And then you could also talk about, the other question is what? So, number 2.
Who or what your animal represents allegorically.
Who or what your animal represents allegorically. So what does Old Major represent? Karl Marx. Okay, so then you can say, and Old Major's ideas represent those of Karl Marx. You're not going to get into the detail of that yet. That's going to be in the body of your essay. Okay? And then the third one?
In what way does the propaganda affect?
Okay, and in what way does propaganda affect your character? Then I'd say, in my intro, propaganda affects my character because he gave the ideas that started all of the propaganda. So you just briefly go over those questions with a statement of how your character fits in, and then in the body you can go into more details. Who knows how to write an outline? Only a few of you do? Hi.
Hi, we're here from Miss Coast class for Mr. Shepherd. The geography quiz.
It's going to next week.
Yeah, Miss Coast said to come.
Okay, well here's what we're gonna do, guys. I'm gonna give you a little bit of time to work in class on this so that you can ask me questions. During this time, I want you to create an outline. Okay? I want you to create an outline of how your essay is gonna work. So I need you to go to the first paragraph, start with your intro, okay? Now I'm gonna come around and look at those. We're gonna work for about 10 minutes. So work on an outline for your essay based on your character. This is work time. Please don't have extra conversation with your neighbor. Use this time to talk to me. Because over the weekend you're gonna need to work on this paper, okay? You guys understand what I'm asking for? Yes, Sophia? it doesn't need to be a certain font, but it needs to be one of the basics, like Times New Roman or Cambria, nothing fancy. You know.
Yeah, go fast.
What?
There's like a
Yeah, basic. Okay. Go sit down, I'm gonna start. Okay, I'm gonna turn the lights on. We're coming out of the cave.
Wait,
There, that's the cave for you right there. I was just told them that they can work right now. Wait.
5 minutes. You guys are gonna start 5 minutes on this. 5
Use this
paragraph
time
essay.
to talk to me if you have questions. This is your time to ask questions.
Recite Now, we're going to transition in 5 minutes to our poster project. I'm going to see people about downloading their projects, okay? I've seen everybody's in here except, I think, 1, 2. 1, 2 groups. I have not seen anything. So I'm fighting my nails a little bit on the hamster wheel, which means I'm a little nervous about that. We've got to get that to C-SPAN by next week, so I'm going to see those groups first. Yeah, you work. You're fine. Thaddeus, going to see first.
You can give me extra information.